Have you ever been too afraid to look at your bank account? Like, somehow the numbers on the screen are more than just numbers. They're a reflection of everything you're feeling inside. The stress, the fear, the not enoughness. You keep telling yourself that if you just ignore it, it'll get better. But it doesn't. The weight of it grows heavier. The anxiety stronger. It's like you're trying to outrun something that's always right behind you. There's a concept from ancient wisdom called the double arrow. It says that the first arrow, life's pain, is inevitable. We can't avoid it. Financial setbacks, loss, fear, they're part of the human experience. But the second arrow, that's the one we fire ourselves. It's the fear of feeling the pain, the avoidance, the shame we layer on top of the first hurt. And that second arrow, that's what keeps us trapped. I remember a time when I was drowning in financial stress. I avoided opening bills, avoided talking about money, avoided thinking about it altogether. Each time I dodged a difficult conversation or pushed aside the worry, I thought I was protecting myself. But all I was doing was adding to the burden, the weight of it, the fear of facing the reality. That was the second arrow. And it was far more painful than the numbers themselves. Then something shifted. One day, in the middle of a particularly anxious spiral, I stopped. Instead of pushing the feelings away, I just breathed. I let myself feel the fear, the shame, the uncertainty. And as I sat there, breathing through it, something remarkable happened. The wave of anxiety I'd been so afraid of facing, it passed. Not because I solved anything in that moment, but because I finally stopped running and started feeling. That's the power of our breath. When you breathe, intentionally, deeply, you allow yourself to face what you've been avoiding. And in that space, the fear starts to dissolve. You realize that the feelings aren't as terrifying as you've made them out to be. They're just feelings. They come and they go. And suddenly you're not paralyzed anymore. You're not making financial decisions from a place of fear, but from a place of clarity. It sounds simple, right? Too simple, maybe. But that's the magic of it. Our emotions around money, fear, scarcity, guilt, are like fog. They cloud our judgment. They keep us stuck in cycles of avoidance, panic, and guilt. But when you breathe through them, when you stop firing that second arrow, the fog starts to lift. And when the fog lifts, you can finally see clearly. You see the opportunities that were always there. You see that the numbers on the screen don't define you, that your worth isn't tied to your bank balance. The first time I realized this, it was like a light bulb went off. An epiphany. All those sleepless nights, the stress, the constant second guessing, I'd been doing it to myself. The money wasn't the problem. My avoidance of my money emotions was. Once I started breathing through the fear, everything changed. It wasn't instant and it wasn't magic, but slowly the fear lost its grip. And I started to build a new relationship with money, one based on trust, on clarity, on peace. Because here's the thing, money is emotional. We like to pretend it's all about numbers, but it's not. It's about how we feel, about ourselves, about our future, about our sense of safety, and our worth. And if we don't deal with those feelings, no amount of budgeting or saving is going to help. But when we face them, when we intentionally breathe through them, that's when real change begins. So next time you feel the weight of financial stress and anxiety creeping in, stop. Close your eyes. Breathe. Feel the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, and then let them go. One breath at a time. Because in that space, between the inhale and the exhale, you're not just calming your nerves, you're rewiring your relationship with money. And that, my friend, is where true wealth begins.